Hey, good morning, good afternoon. There's another half-truth out there that I want to talk about just real quick, all right? So this is very, very important because so many people, companies, courses, videos, even commercials say certain things just enough to get you to either click a button to buy the course or the video or the service or whatever, but they're only giving you half of it. Okay, half of it is not going to give you a whole result. Okay, always remember that. And in this industry, when something sounds too good to be true, it is. And it's not that it might be, it's that it is. Okay, this is not easy. This is very frustrating. It takes a lot of work to get your results. Once you do get your results, then you will be able to get where you need to go, but it's going to take you some time to get there. All right, so here is the half-truth. With a HIPAA violation, you do not have to pay for the account. And this goes along with if you dispute an account and you get it deleted, you do not have to pay for the account. When there is a violation, you do not have to pay for the account. No. Okay, remember, the only time that you do not have to pay for something is when A, you pay for it, B, the debt is canceled with something such as a 1099-C, or C, you have an agreement with the company because of something, or D, you take them to court because of said violation and it's awarded to you, number one, for the deletion, and number two, not to have to pay for it. So here is the part that they're missing or they're omitting, that yes, there is a circumstance where you don't have to pay for it, but you have to hold them accountable, right? You have to actually prove this violation not only to the bureaus or the creditors or the collectors, but you have to actually go and sue these people to not have to pay for it, because a deletion just means that it has been removed from the database, right? You have your credit report is just a query run on a database, and I was talking about this on my live podcast yesterday, and if you have not checked that out, the link is going to be in the description of basically any video, but it is very simply Capiche, CAPICE.fm/ask-Kristin with two I's, KRISTIN. Anyways, so on my live podcast, I was talking about the fact that your credit report is just a query run on massive databases, and these databases hold your information, right? Because the bureaus are in the business of obtaining, maintaining, and selling your information. Not in the credit business, they're in the data business, okay? So always remember that. So removing something from your credit report means that this listing, this record in their database has now been removed. Okay, that's all that it means. It has absolutely nothing to do with the actual account with the creditor itself, okay? So when you are disputing or you are, trying to get this deletion, always remember this, because if you don't, you run the chance of being sued by this company, because if it's within the statute of limitations, because you did not pay for it, right? So it doesn't matter if you are doing your own credit, it doesn't matter if someone's doing your credit for you, if you have your friend doing it for you, whatever, the laws don't change, okay? You owe the amount if you didn't pay for it, or the debt was, or if the debt wasn't canceled, or if you didn't go to court and be awarded for the deletion as well as not having to pay for it. So that is the whole truth, okay? You see, that's the difference. I give you guys the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and I can prove every single thing that I say, right? This isn't like everywhere else where you only get the one thing that you need to hear to sign up for the program or the service or the course, or buy the dispute letters or the templates or the software or whatever. You need to know the entire thing to be able to make an educated decision as a grown-ass adult, okay? So here's the bottom line. Anytime you are hearing these things that that basically makes it so that you want to click that button, pick up the phone to call them or whatever. You need to really play that whole movie through and really think about what it is that they are saying or promising or whatever. And you also want to check out my 3 videos on the top 5 and 7 things that you want to ask a credit repair company prior to signing up, right? Because you're never going to get the right answers. You need to be asking, do you dispute all my negative items at the same time? Do you dispute all 3 bureaus at the same time? Do you give me copies of the disputes? Are you using templates? Am I going to know and be a part of what you're doing with my personal information, right? Because the answer to this is going to be no. They're going to tell you it's not our policy to give you the copies of the disputes. No, dude, it's my personal information and I have every right to see what is going on with my personal information. And there is no secret to doing this. Okay, there's only 5 ways of removing a negative item, which leads me to another thing. There's no miracle overnight processes. Okay, I don't know what it is that these people are telling you. I don't know what it is that they are feeding you to get you to believe that these things in the middle of a pandemic, when everything is much more difficult and there's more restrictions and everything is more regulated and more difficult, that it's going to be easy for you when this has never been easy, okay? So look, I don't tell you these things to make this seem like an impossible process. I don't tell you these things to make it seem like I have leverage of some sort. I don't tell you these things to scare you. I don't tell you these things to do anything other than to inform you so that, again, you can make an educated decision as an astute consumer, okay? So that is basically what we were talking about today in my first meeting this morning, and then what I will also be talking about in my conference later on today. So I wanted to just share this with you because I am seeing this in so many different places and with so many different courses and videos and promises and guarantees of things that people cannot force, okay? Because remember, you cannot force the bureaus, the creditors, or the collectors to do anything just the same way that they could not force you to pay for your debt, even though you had a legal obligation, right? You signed a document or you agreed to in some sort of way, even agreeing to the terms and conditions to actually pay for the debt or the service or the credit or the hard money or whatever, right? And you said that in the event that you don't pay it, you agree to being sent to collections and, all that kind of stuff, right? So you had a legal obligation to pay, you didn't pay, they couldn't force you to pay, and now that you want to remove this from your credit report, you are trying to get them or believe that there's some way for you to force them to do it without having to take them to court over an actual violation. And even when there is an actual violation, even in court, you still have to go after, number 1, removing it from your credit report, and number 2, not having to pay for it, okay? Because here's the real thing. Anybody is going to tell you anything for you to sign up for their whatever, right? I feel like I wish there were more people like me to tell you the truth and give you what's real. Like, people get mad at me because I'm telling you what you actually need to hear, not what you want to hear. I never, ever tell you what you want to hear. And yet I'm the bad guy, right? Obviously I'm not a guy, but you get what I'm saying, okay? I'm the bad guy because I want to give you the truth so that you know exactly what it is that you need to do to get to where you need to be. And without all of this perpetual cycle of doing this over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? You see, I have people come to me years later after they talked to me initially. They're like, oh, well, I went and I tried. I didn't like what you had to tell me because I didn't want to believe that was the truth. And here I am 4 years later, 2 years later, a year later, 5 years later, and I've already done identity theft, the templates, I've disputed online, I did all this stuff because I thought that there was a shortcut, and all these shortcuts led me back to you, and now I need to do it the right way. And when that happens, now it's even more difficult for me to help that person because the longer you dispute, the harder it is to remove the negative items. So the bottom line to that, the reason I'm saying that is because I don't tell you these things, again, I'm getting all caught up on my cord here. I don't tell you these things to make it seem like anything. I tell you them because it's the truth. And if you would just believe me for once and listen to me, listen to me, you'd be able to get where you need to go. All right. So it's been 10 minutes and 3 seconds, so I'm going to get going. I have some calls I need to make and a conference to go to. So I will talk to you later. If you do want to find out how to dispute the right way, the full way, everything that you need to know, you can go to the same place that the subscriber hub is in, which is vargasrevolution.vip member vault. It's getting a little bit windy, so vipmembervault.com. So again, vargasrevolution.vipmembervault.com to access not only the free subscriber hub, not only my software, but also my full course, which very limited time, it's not the full price. So anyways, if you want to learn how to do this yourself as a business or just to know everything that you need to know as a consumer, then go and check that out. But otherwise, while you're down in the description, not only can you access the free subscriber hub, but if you would like me to see if I can do this for you because I actually know what I'm doing and I don't give up and I don't get frustrated and I am persistent and I am consistent and you do get the copies of the disputes and I do actually start the same day and do all your negative items at the same time and all 3 bureaus at the same time and use actual custom disputes instead of templates like everybody else out there, then schedule a one-to-one call with me at vcita.com/expert credit sweeps. The link is down in the description and I will see if I can help. All right. So that is it for today. I will see you later. Go check out the live podcast. Go check out the subscriber hub. Go check out the full course. And otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.